Welcome to another episode of the Produce Department. I'm your host, Eddie Dynamite, aka Ed Bradley of the Streets. Man, I got a very, very special guest tonight. I know I always say that, man, but this is a very special brother right here, man. And tonight's guest, man, he isn't just a artist, man. He's a conductor of the culture, a sonic architect, the kind of creator who doesn't just make music, he engineers atmosphere. The mind behind Meeting of the Minds, a live gathering that blurs the line between jam sessions and revolution. The host of Those Who Watch Radio, a beacon for emerging artistry. He's the frequency that lies between rhythm and revolution. Tonight, we don't just talk beats and bars, we trace lineage, we decode legacy, we color outside the lines. Welcome to the spectrum of colors, my dog, Colors. What's going on?
That's a hell of an intro, man.
Man, I,
Appreciate that, Dynamite.
I gotta give respect where respect due, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You a brother, man. When grinding doing my music, you a brother that definitely reached out to me and gave me a platform with the Meeting of the Minds. I met a lot of brothers out there and a lot of other shows that you had. I was there, you know what I'm saying? And you got a platform that I feel a lot of people don't take advantage of, you know what I'm saying? Be it whether they feel like they too big for the platform and they feel like, you know what I'm saying, they don't know how to access the platform, but it's always a place that I feel like you had where you can always debut your music, give love, and you show love. So it's always love here with me, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
So 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 I ain't gonna keep you. I know it's late, you know what I'm saying? I got you in here, so we gonna start from the top. So take me from the top, Colors, man. Tell me exactly what part of the city you from, man, and tell me about your childhood and your upbringing, brother.
Oh man, I was born in Manhattan, Kansas. Yeah, Kansas, not New York. But I said Manhattan, if you think about say New York. But I was down here since I was 6 months old, so you really can't count that because I don't remember nothing in Manhattan, Kansas. But I'm raised at Somerville, Sangaree, and a little bit of Trano, Mumps Corner. So basically, yeah, I'm all around, the low country. So that's basically the start right there. I got influenced with music, just loving the vibes. Man, my cousin Rashida Shabazz kind of like used to bring sneak music. She was like 2 years older than me, sneak music and let me hear stuff. And I started playing around and taking people's songs, rewriting and put my words in there. And she's like, man, you sound just as good as them, if not better, cuz you should do it. I'm like, nah. So of course she tried to do it. Had to find my name. At first I was Sleazy Z.
Right, right,
Following the NWA thing. Sassy G.
right.
Those ain't paying too long.
Hey,
Now,
but
yeah,
I ain't want to cut you off.
you good?
Don't run me too fast because I want to go back to them early days before we even get to where you naming yourself or you even get to the music. So the areas that you grew up from, you know what I'm saying, you say your cousin, was there any other influences that you had like that influenced you to do the music? Did your mom play any music around the house? Like, was it rap, R&B, gospel? What was the first music that really caught you? Not even with you writing rhymes or putting together no music, not even none of that first. What really caught your ear as a child? Like, this is
My
my
mom played a lot of Motown around the house. A lot of
mm,
Motown, a lot of Supreme, Diana Ross, a
mm.
lot of saying it was a clean up woman and stuff like that.
Right,
And my
right.
uncle, they played a lot of James Brown and
Uh,
a comic guy, Pig Meat Markham
Big Meat
and
Mark.
Mom Mabel. Yeah, so a lot of them comedy tapes. So
Hmm.
that was, what I'm saying, that kind of, I guess that kind of planted the seed subliminally without even planting it, that type of stuff. But
Okay,
that was the early days, the
okay.
80s. Yeah.
Yeah, the early, right. So at what time was the first time that you said, okay, I like this rap. I want to decide to write a rhyme. Was it with you when your cousin introduced you? Tell me about that first time when you just said, man, you know what? I'm gonna try to pin me something. Not even on a studio tip, just you
I know
personally.
this right. So, it was somewhere up in there. I'm trying to think. Cause we used to, like, me, her brother, we used to be like in the house doing like fake battle raps to each other. And I used to be slick with the punchlines. She'd be like, ooh, cuz you got me. So, I mean, stuff like that. And then I started, like I said, taking people's songs like Real Compton City G's and made it real SCMCs or something like that. I can't remember what I reworded it to, but it was like stuff that sort, like the early '90s, like '92, '93. You know, what I'm saying getting the NWA and the Chronic in, getting the what was it? Tupac, Me Against the World, the Method Man, Wu
Mm.
Tang. Yeah, just getting a lot of that flavor. Just kind of those stuff kind of cultivated me on the artist side of stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same with me. That was a classic time. Those albums that you called out.
Oh, the '90s is the best era.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, R&B and rap, no
Sir.
question.
Yes,
It's
sir.
so pure.
Yes, sir. I agree. Very pure. We had so many different
We was
artists.
popping. We know how fortunate we was, man.
Man. And during them times, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, we captivated. I mean, those artists had us captivated because, like you said, it was so pure, so raw at that time. And you know what I'm saying? That really was, even though hip hop has been around a long time, that to me, that really was the birth of the hip hop that we got. That was a golden era right there,
Yeah,
man.
a lot of people debuts came out in the '90s.
Mhm.
Pop, Biggie, Jay Z, Nas,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mob Deep. Yeah, there's a lot. AZ.
AZ, yes,
Yeah, Wu Tang. It was so many. Yeah, so much debuts.
yes,
Randy, Monica. It was so. He was like,
sir.
oh my God,
You
you
know what I'm
getting
saying?
that pure.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm.
That's right. Legends, 8 Ball, MJG,
Yeah,
and the
there's
UG,
no limit was part. Started part.
all,
Yeah,
early Outcast, all that. All,
yeah, yeah. Goody Mob. Oh man, yeah, man. He was getting that.
yes, sir. So speaking around that time, color. So tell me, so like you said, you was playing around, you writing rhymes. Everybody's saying, "Oh yeah, you got me." So when did you decide at that time where you were going to exactly take it serious? Not even stepping into the studio first, but writing those rhymes and you getting the response you get from the people. When did you decide, like, you know what, I'm gonna start really getting into this music thing?
Um, God, I guess probably around the same time I got the name. I got the name like in '95.
Mm.
I was at Somerville High School, and
Mm-hmm.
these girls walk. Well, I got the name because I used to wear a real bunch of bright cross colored button
Uh,
up shirts and stuff like that. And this guy's two of them, Sean Mack and Maurice Green, was like, "Man, you got mad colors on. We don't call you colors." Like, nah, don't call me that, man. That sounds a little crazy. And then anyway, I knock it off, but I guess they started like telling everybody around the school my name was Colors. So I'm walking to the lunchroom. These two girls is like whispering to each other. I walk by. I said, his name's Colors. And the girl's like, no, it ain't. Shut up. You sound stupid. And she's like, watch this. Hey, Colors. I'm like, what's up? It's like, see, I told you. And it just made me felt like somebody. And I said, oh, I kept it. And I made it an acronym for creation of life out of real situations. That's
mm,
what I wrote about. Yeah.
mm, dope. That's dope. That's dope. And I known you a long time and I never knew the acronym. That's very, very dope,
Yeah.
bro. Very dope.
Because everything I wrote was like, who I am is never really an exaggeration about anything. It's exactly where I'm at that point in my life.
Yes, sir.
Yep, that's how my music is.
That's super dope. That's super dope. So at this time, like you said, and I can picture this. So you getting your name, you know what I'm saying? You got the name for the music. You know, they gave you a name for, like you said, you ran the colors, you know what I'm saying? Now you got this actually image. So besides that, so growing up in your house, was creativity nurtured in your household, or did you have to fight for that? You know what I'm saying? Tell me about
I was the only child from my mom. I got two brothers and two sisters from my dad, but they in
it.
Florida. They you know what I'm saying they grew up. But yeah, for my mom, she was very supportive. She bought me notebooks, pencils. She was supportive. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely say my mom was supportive. My Uncle Alice, my Aunt Cal, like rest in peace to them. They're gone now.
Mm,
Yeah, I had some support because of Rashida. Another cousin of mine, big cousin Daryl.
okay.
Yeah, it was supportive of me doing my thing, and yeah, started like trying to find it. I got some neighborhood people, and we formed Dangerous Alliance. This is like '97. It
Mm-hmm.
was me, this guy named Chili Prince. He moved to New York. A young lady, 17 star. She came because I was dating a girl. She said my best friend can rap, and this is like yeah, it had to be like '98, '99. Yeah, but I think it was like no, 90, between '97 and '98. Yep, and then we put together Dance Alliance. Matter of fact, DJG, he was a part of the original Dance Alliance.
Oh, dope.
He
Okay,
was
shout.
going by DJ Fizz back then.
Right, right, right. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. We was there, yeah, we was like a neighborhood crew. But when it was time to get in the studio, it was only like five of us serious. My man Chili of Below Zero Prince, 17 Star, myself, my cousin Platinum Plus,
Hmm.
the real name Edie Amin Shabazz. He's from Dairy Road.
Okay, okay.
They call him Edie for short. Who else? And Torture, Young Deceased. His real name is Rashawn Alexander. He had did like a 10-year unplanned vacation situation. I think he got out about 5 years ago. He's been doing this thing ever since. Like far as I think he does training now and stuff. But yeah, that was a dance lines that made it to Shackle Tracks and
Mm-hmm.
recorded with Angel and stuff like that. We did two songs with Angel, What You
Okay.
Really Want to Do and No One Trusted.
Mm, mm, mm. Dope, 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 dope. So those were the first actually. That was your actually introduction into the studio. Those for that time right there.
Yeah, Angel Fret. Yeah, Angel Fret, Shackle Tracks, right there on Ashley Phosphate. There's a car dealership.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. Right, right, right. So at this time, did y'all were y'all putting together a project? Were y'all just
Really, just I guess just going for it. It just was amazing to hear your voice over beats. It's like,
right,
oh my
right?
God, this is amazing. This me. Yeah, I my piece of my verse on what you really want to do. I'm feeling it. If niggas acting free like bananas, I'm feeling shit. Healing shit. Without a doctor, tired of rhyme knocker, belted up like dockers, shot without electricity. You throwing passes, but you keep missing me. You Scooby Doo, drop your unsolved your mystery.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah,
Yeah. I was like, what yeah, really what you really want to do?
that,
Yeah, man. So yeah, it was fun, man. Just yeah, I think we did one last one with Angel, keep it in the family. And that's
right.
when my man we started forming like a committee. It was called a committee. It was Dance Alliance, and then it was Tragic Crime Family, which consisted of the guy Killers God, I can't remember his name. Killer C. It was a young lady, Red Passion, and there was a guy. He's still out here now. You probably know him real good, West Side Real. But back then he was going by Sunny Links, and we was forming like committee. Like basically, they were one thing, and the Dance Lives was another thing. When we come together, and did record, it was the committee. So we did like a song called "Keep It in the Family" in there, and that
Mm,
thing was fire. And also, I think I had a manager at that time. She passed away a couple years ago. Shemaine Singleton. She actually was rapping, making beats, and everything. She was dope. Matter of fact, yeah, man. She actually was in a group called Undefined with Rage. I don't know if you remember Rage, the backup dancer.
right, right. Yeah, most
Yeah,
definitely. Right, right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. So yeah, that was like the early days right there, man. But of
Okay.
course, group break up and stuff. That was yeah. It was what happened was we went in the studio. There was a label group East Coast Mafia Records or something like that. And they were trying to sign us, but they really just wanted one of the people, and so the rest of us kind of tore between it, and it kind of just left us. Yeah, I think it ended up just left with like 2, 3 members.
Mm,
Then
mm,
just kind of like after that, then 17 Star went off to college, so it was just me and my man Chili, and we
right,
we trying to find love, trying to find lust, so we all over the place
right,
trying to
right.
do my thing, what I'm saying? And start trying to squeeze our music in there, and we redo what you really want to do with just us on there. And then I guess our highlight point came in 2002 or 2003. We heard on the radio that Salt from Salt and Pepper and Play from Kid and Play
Hmm.
were doing a big auditions in Virginia. So we no bills, still living with our parents. We just took like $200 each, got in the car, and just zoomed up there and slept outside the auditorium where they was putting together the event at. And they were like, "What you guys doing?" It was like we just roughing it out. This is all you guys are hungry. We like that. So we
Right.
performed. Probably the only time we performed was the record. What you really want? Not what you really want to do. This is our year. We performed that for them, and they was like, "Okay, okay, we like what you got. We got some friends up in the Virginia area called the Neptunes. You heard of them? At that time, we didn't really hear of them like that." And I was like, "I think so. Yeah, they might go like y'all sound. Y'all got like a new futuristic sound that matched them. So just come back tomorrow. And we talk more about that." And me was like, instead of just taking that and say, cool, I'm like, oh, we got to get more. That was my problem right there. Always trying to like, you know, to try to, the opportunity is there, but still trying to like over exceed instead of just saying, okay, I'm like, oh, I got a cousin in Virginia. Never met this cousin. Never been to their house, but they got a studio in their house. So I was trying to find them, and my homeboy fell asleep at the wheel, totaled the car. He ended
Mm,
up sitting up in Virginia, and then he moved to New York, and I ended up coming back to South Carolina, and that's when I first met Queen Cat. Well, she was
oh,
going to be MC Little Catwoman '07 then. That was
right.
like 2003.
Shout out Queen Cat, man. You most
And
definitely got to get Queen Cat on the show
she was
too.
recording. Yeah,
Right, right, yeah.
yeah, that's a legend. That's a female legend.
Oh yeah,
Like, yeah, she's definitely female. Yeah, I know from 13 to what am I? 46. So she's 36.
hmm
I know I got about 10 years. Yeah.
right. So going through all of this at the time. So the way I know that probably discouraged you, man, especially going through the
No,
situation.
actually, believe it or not, it did the opposite. They put a fire into me. They said, "Oh
Mm,
man, you come this close. Let
mm,
me go hard." So what I started doing, I started killing it, man. I started jumping on every show I can jump on. Anybody got a show, I'm on it. I don't care what. I mean, I'm on it. I'm performing. I'm doing my thing. I don't care. Like I'm on it. I think I even got to talk to Steve Gottlieb from TVT Records, the one who signed Little John after he left Social Death.
mm.
And I freestyled for him, and then he was like, "You, I like you. What's your name?" I said, "Colors." He sounds like a New Yorker, man. Yeah, because back then he used to have like the numbers on the record labels or the management on the back of the CDs. I know you remember that. So you
Right.
can just text people, call people. You might have to go through like line one, line two, but you can get to them. I even like talked to Kara's one wife instead of sending something. She told me to send it. I'm like, oh, I want to send a whole album. By then, the address changed and the numbers was off the CD. So I was like, man, dumb moments, dumb moments in your life. Looking
Right.
back, like, damn.
Hey, but I can't call it that. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, those are learning times. I mean,
Yeah.
we all been through that stuff, and if you wouldn't have and look who you said you touched though. The crazy thing, RS one wife, you talking to some major people. So I mean, it wasn't like you had already made it to a point, so you know what I mean, that you were talking to some top representatives, man. You know what I mean? So you at it was just probably where we be at our career. Be early, it's early on, you know what I'm saying? They don't really, like you said, sometimes they don't really have the vision that you see, you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
so I don't really think it's always a learning tactic, you know what I'm saying? Especially with
Yeah.
early on touching that type of thing, that show why they call you the network man now, because
But
that
yeah,
go
like I said, that situation, yeah, it just kept me going, kept pushing, I kept pushing.
right, right.
Yeah, it was God, I can't. It's so much, so many pieces. I think I after that, what was it? Well, I left House. I think in 2000, I also was part of a super group called Militia Element with Jay Brown, Sean Treasy, my man Chili the Below Zero Prince, and that I fell in love. So that dissolved. That lasted about a year. I don't think we even got to record that. We used to just meet on Sundays and talk, but we never got to record nothing. So Malicious Element was like a 2000, 2001 type thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, but fast forward back to 2000, what, three, four, five,
Yeah.
to supporting Queen Cat or MC Little. And then I
Mhm.
think in 2006, 7, she signed with Cherry Hill Productions and became
Right.
Catwoman '07,
Yeah.
Queen. Yeah, and then
Mhm.
yeah, and just still supporting her, man. And then I think 2008, she was like, "Hey, I'm about to put together a company.
Mhm.
You've been there from the beginning. Why don't you join?"
Right.
And just feel like I don't know. I was kind of shy about that because I always was just seeing myself as a supporter. And she's like, "We're gonna put together a mixtape. You want to be on the mixtape, right?" And then I said, "All right." So I don't think I told her yeah or no. I just started um putting on that back then. You do your texts, you can put your signature, and my signature said Queen Cat Entertainment or KKE. And that's how that whole situation started. It was God, it was a monster. West Side Real was in that too. He was going by D Eagle then, Desert Eagle. He was in that. Mark Madness, Chubb, Raps, the one who do tattoos, he was in that. Miss Taz was in that. We had a powerhouse, of course, difference of opinions, how it is when you're part of a company or group, different ways. So, a lot of people started going their own way and stuff of that sort. But it was never no bad blood. Just, people just got different creative visions.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
So even with you during this time, so were you like you said, you could touch at different shows, going to different spots. Was it at this time when you learned how to put together your own thing, or was that not even on your mind? You were just trying to get
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was just like supporting my. I call her my little sister back then, Queen Cat. Just
right.
being whatever she needed to be. I wouldn't. I was so shy. I didn't even want to really rap in front of her. That's crazy, right? I was.
Right,
Yeah, I would just let her do her thing. That day, she was like, "Cause why you rap?" Like I don't know. And I would just basically put myself in a position to just be a promoter for them more so. And then I got in my feelings when they were doing projects and I wasn't invited to get on the songs, invited to the studio. But looking back, like I kind of put myself in those positions because I kind of just, shied away from like really showing that artistic side of me with the music, even though, she's heard it in the early days, way before Click Entertainment when she was doing the Coca-Cola Fest and I was there too. But what I'm saying? Just that's how it happened. So I did KKE for 2008, which ended up being the same year I was in the city paper. Shout out to Marcus Amberker. He got me in
right.
the city paper.
So, so
26 years, 2008. Yep, I was in the city paper. I just started meeting in the mines then to and Queen. So I was in Queen Entertainment, city paper, and started meeting in the mines. All that in 2008.
mm,
So
mm,
yeah, me and mine originally was just at my house where people would just come over and network and pass out flyers, and if models got modeling a portfolio, they pass it around the room. If artists got music, they freestyle or put their CD in the cassette player. I mean the DVD. And I
right.
did, yeah. That's how Meet of the Minds was originally started like that. Yeah, I moved it a couple places, and then I remember PD, CEO, shout out to him. He was like, "Man, you need to bring it back to your house." Because I was going to other people's house with because people trying to steal your ideas. And when you bring it back to your house, you come up and call it something different because it didn't have a name yet. It was meeting the minds in my head, but it was called Networking 101, Networking 102. And
Right.
then when I brought it back to my house, he says he came with a name. I say I came with a name. One of them things that unless you can go back and rewind, you never really know.
Hmm.
But it was meeting the minds. What was the name? And then it started being more structured. And Hollywood and Troy came to the ones at my house. And
Right.
later I got sponsorship. Shout out to Sandra Wilson. She sponsored me at Aloft. Daryl Goodman sponsored me at Scott's Grand, and then from there I was able to get performances because Daryl Goodman had his cousin Ray Harvey
Hmm.
engineer. He was like, as long as they ain't cussing, you can get rappers and singers and models to do their thing and stuff. So started doing it there. After my sponsorship was over with Scott's Grand, I did some stuff with Jay Brown and Jay Vibe at was it Stair Hall, and
Hmm.
then the lady called Regina and was like, "Why you left Scott's Grand?" I was like, "Well, because Daryl Goodman, that was through him." But she's like, "We had a good time. We loved the show. We like to bring it back." I was like, "Well, how much you charge?" She's like, "Well, we'll do this whole year for free and see what's what." So I think we did 2 years there. Kind of got the themes together and
Okay.
stuff like that because it was just every month was just meeting the minds. There was no themes. She
Right.
helped me kind of cultivate that.
Hmm.
Shout out to Gina for that. I definitely didn't have themes. So she was saying, you gotta come on, and she started also making me charge because I was doing it for free. Like people would get the information, getting connects, selling shirts, selling
Hmm.
merchandise. And she was like, you go home with a dumb smile on your face. Come on, Colors. You gotta do better than that. So
Right.
yeah. So I started, expanding it. I started coming with themes. I think in October I started making the female takeover. In November was the labeling groups.
Right. Right.
December was the anniversaries, and I started coming up with more themes. And then I left Scott's Grand, went to Chill and Grill, did
Hmm.
that for it was a long, probably about 4 months. And
Right.
Mike
Right.
was just, it was a lot to contain because he like people outside. Shout out to Mike. And then from there, through DJ Money Cannon, back then I think he was Bulldog.
Hmm.
He was doing a showcase at 787. And I
Right.
told him, like, I told him, I said, hey, man, I would love to do something here. And he introduced me to Jungle, who owns 787. And
Hmm.
I built my own relationship. And before meeting the Minds, I, he said it was nothing open on Sundays. And so after he saw the first one of Meet the Minds at 787, I was very successful. He was like, man, if you want to, have all the Sundays you can. Looking back, that's a moment I really wish I had jumped on. Um, and
Right.
so
Right. So, so,
Yeah.
so, so doing all of this, so what was the wildest, most unexpected moment that happened during one of them sessions that you got during all of these meet the demands places? Tell me about a session that you seen, man.
Meet of Mine's studio set. I mean, not studio. Meet of Mine's oh god. I don't even remember. Well, I guess the first time I met Tony Ty, Alizé, and Razzle Dazzle brought the strippers out, and I was like,
Uh,
"Whoa!" I didn't know they were gonna do that. I just saw the girls come, and next thing I know, the clothes were gone, and they
right,
were working and working.
right,
That was a wild moment because
right,
yeah,
right,
or even the one we just had because our feature artist he was a gospel artist, and then right after him, Razzle Dazzle Tony and them come with the stripper. So it was kind of funny, but he was cool. He wasn't one of them like gospel people that just kind of looked down at that. You know, he was real like he knew how to conduct himself. He was cool. He didn't leave or, he wasn't one of those like what I'm saying act like act like they never been around. You know what I'm saying like some people act like they're holier than thou, never made a mistake in their life. So he wasn't. He's not like that. But yeah, those some
right.
moments like that. I think another one is when Mr. Fire Productions and God is Bassett, who does most of my flyers and logos, got engaged. He proposed to her at one of the meeting of minds. That was another monumental moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's dope. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, that's
when Young LA came out the blue. Dude said
right,
his cousin was Young LA. You hear that all the time. Somebody
right.
cousin, somebody famous, they about to come through, and you're like, yeah, yeah. We want me to put him out when he come through. I said, hey, just tell me when he come through, and he really came through, and he did his ain't I? Yeah,
And
that was
that's dope.
that
That's
was
dope.
January. That was a monumental moment.
Right, right, right. Shout out Young LA, and they reemerged that song. They got that bumping again. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to him, man.
Shout out.
Also another redefining moments. But I got at 10 years, I got burnt out, so I was looking for a business partner to keep
Mhm.
it going. At first, I was trying to get PD CEO. He didn't want to do it, and then J Vibe, my brother from another mother, he didn't want to do it because he said he felt like that's my thing. But he still hosts and stuff with me. So what happened was, there was a young lady who was dancing, not strip dancing, but like background dancing, I'm talking about like, like 90s type New York type style, behind a singer named Dean Alcedo. And she would always, after the meeting of the minds, hit me up personally and ask me, like she was very inquisitive about how everything worked. So my mom was like, yo, she might be a good business partner because she really seemed to be interested. And then I let her host one, and she was passionate, man. This girl was she was like coming up with ideas like, hey, how about you ever had the artists perform and before they perform, like do a radio plug saying, hey, I'm gonna be here and put that to the flyer. She was coming to walk on there. I said, I like that. So I asked her to be my business partner and she said, yeah, and that's Rock Fame. Yeah, she's my business partner since, saying for the last about these 7 years. And we're rocking out. She
Okay.
also was a co-host of Those to Watch for 7 years. Yeah,
Definitely shout
so
out
she
Rock.
started adding, yeah, shout Rock Fame, definitely.
Definitely. I saw her on I saw the interview she did on my dog Sean Treasy's show. You know what I'm saying? Shout out
Oh yeah,
Treasy, man.
yeah. Oh my God, yeah, yeah. Her and her daughter, yeah, yeah, definitely. On
Okay.
Star, Star my dog, Star of My
Yeah, right.
City
Yeah.
podcast.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Most
Big
definitely.
sponsor of Meeting of the Minds. Matter of fact, the next
Oh,
Meeting of the Minds, they're giving away $100 to what they feel is the
mm,
best performer of the night. So that's gonna
dope.
be something different for the August 10th Meeting of the Minds. Yeah. Phew.
Very dope. So let me tell you. So dealing all of these years that you've been dealing with the meeting of the minds and going on what we and I've known you, like I said, for doing this for years. So now in this era of algorithms and passive consumption that we got going on with music and videos, how do you intentionally keep meeting of the minds raw, real, and community rooted the way you
Wow. Like I said, I just try to get the themes interested. The themes like each month is a different theme. Like January is a partners edition. So Rock Film and me are business partners 50-50. And then what we do, we have on January, we have somebody like, well, let's say use you, for example. Hey, Dynamite, you want to buy in? You buy in at 150. And I mean, and we expect you to bring your follower and push it like yourself. Somebody else buying at 150. You know what I'm saying? And push it and give it a different feel, different atmosphere, different vibe. And that's the partners edition every January. February we got Love and Lust. So I have models walking around with lingerie on, people doing sex and love songs. The March one is videographer producers, so we're gonna have some videographers and producers speaking, maybe even playing a snippet of their video or their beat. April Fashion and Beauty, so we have some model walks, we have some designers in the building, maybe a hairstylist, maybe an eyeliner, a masseuse, just kind of a blend of everybody doing their thing. What else? The main one is MC edition. That's when we want you to bring just straight bars, struggle.
Right.
We want to hear about that. We want to take it back to the '90s on that one. So if you're a trap rapper, I want to hear about how you live in the trap. How you trying to make it out. What I'm saying? We want to hear the Tupac type feel. And then the June one is like triple threat. So one person can buy in, and it'd be three partners, me, them, and Rafael. And also we have three hosts. And I think next year we will talk about everybody can do three songs. Because usually we only let people do two songs. But if they can triple threat, we're gonna try to let people do three songs. Just as long as they don't forget when it's over. That's not an every month thing. So yeah, triple threat is three hosts, three business partners. Yeah, and then July is media. We just did media. Different podcasts, magazines, bloggers get to speak in between the performances. And then August is showing out, and that's the one that like I said, Star My City is sponsoring, and go at the end of the night they're gonna pick somebody who they see is killing it and give them $100 for having the best performance. But we want you to show out, like we talking James Brown, Mike Tyson, no, not Mike Tyson. Well, Mike Tyson do a boxing, but Michael Jackson, like Prince.
Right.
We want you, bring your A game, just to wild out.
Right.
And that's August. September is Singers Edition. Whether it's
Hmm.
country, rock, roll, country, R&B, reggae is whatever, blues, country. It's a Singers Edition. And then October, because of breast cancer, is women. So only women, unless they got a male feature, is hitting the stage. Nothing but women in October. November
Right.
is labor and crew. So everybody who part of the squad, the whole squad get a full 20 minutes. So say long time coming entertainment, they get 20 minutes. So the whole 20 minutes got to showcase all the acts. No
Hmm.
individual 20 minutes. And then
Right.
it's will be our 17th anniversary. And that's meeting the minds. Rafael brought the featured model and featured artist spot. That was something that I didn't even see coming. And she brought that avenue as my business partner and was like, hey, why don't we get somebody to be a featured artist? And that means they at the middle of the night. They got a certain time they go on. They can bring fans.
Right.
They pay for the spot, but they get their face plastered on the main flyer, and they get 2 hours of studio time for Studio J,
Dope.
and they get an interview with Star of My City podcast. So they get a lot for that 60.
Hey,
Yeah,
wait.
yep,
Hey,
and that's a feature artist. The
hey,
feature
dope.
artist is a free photo shoot because if we got a professional photographer in there for 3 hours.
And you
So yeah,
and you can't beat that type of setup. And to me, that over that's that answered the question totally, because I mean that's you with all of these themes and all these situations, you keeping yourself involved with the people. So that showed me right there. You definitely keep it community rooted. And like I said, like, once again, shout out Rock Fame, because it seemed like she helping you keeping
oh
it
yeah,
rolling the way it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
yeah,
that women's touch is a lot. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And also shout out to my wife because my wife was there, love you to death. She does
Yeah.
the door.
Hmm.
Because yeah, before she came, it was a fight with the door. I had a couple of different people at the door, but when she comes, she's on it. She's making
Right.
sure at the end of the night, hey, this is what you guys got in Cash App. This is what you guys got in this. Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. She's like real, you know. So I got to
Mhm.
worry about anything crazy because I know it's the same household. She can make sure we good.
Hey, shout out
So,
Miss Colors. Shout out Miss Colors, man. You know,
so yeah, it's
yeah,
good.
real
It's
talk.
good to have that backbone, man. So I'm
Right,
excited on that.
right. That's right.
Um,
And I
yeah.
saw you get married just recently, so
Yeah,
congrats.
September 6th.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
right,
we did it.
right.
We met. She was my upstairs neighbor in Forest Cove, believe it or not. And
Mm,
we started dating September 6th, 2020. We got married September 6th, 2024.
that's
Yeah,
dope. That's dope. Yeah,
yeah.
we got that counterpart, man, is very important, man, especially
Oh
with
yeah, it is.
girl.
It is.
And you know what I mean, and you need that peace and that other side, especially with all of the endeavors that you got going on. You know what I mean, you're a very entrepreneur, brother, so you need that other side, man, when you come home and trying to rest your mind and maybe
Yeah.
and try to shoot some ideas at the wife because she gonna always bring it back the right way. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
that part,
So
for
so
sure, for sure. 'Cause I mean, I mean, that's what Meet the Minds
right,
is
right.
definitely dope.
So so
We got some other ideas to expand it, but I ain't gonna speak on that until we actually get it going because people like to bite with no hook.
yeah, they gonna so let's take it on. I wanna know about this those to watch radio. So
Okay.
so those to watch radio, to me, it feels like a manifesto for underground excellence, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to see you bringing the people on. You know what I'm saying? People that may have got that type of exposure. I just love the way you have it set up. So what makes you want to start amplifying others instead of your own voice? Me
That
don't.
I'm a cancer, so I'm very giving. So I've always been that way, man. I've always been, and I
Okay,
used to tell people that I don't mind someone else being, the driver as long as I'm in the car for the ride.
dope,
I've
dope.
always been that way. I always been that way. Rather, I get more excitement off of seeing others do good, do well, smile, laugh,
Right, right.
celebrate their happiness. I
Mhm,
get happiness off of that. Like what I'm saying, like yeah, that's how I always been. Like
right.
more giving and getting. That's how I've always been. Like for the most part. Like most thing I try to do like once a year by myself, like 4 pair of shoes. But
Mm,
this year I wasn't even able to do that. It just things came up. But
right.
I'm just happy to say be in his presence. But yeah, I
Mhm,
love it. Like meeting the minds and help so much people. I wish something like that was going on when I was around. It
right.
helps so many people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely a great platform. It helps people. Those who watch radio, shout out to Rock Fame again,
All
and
right.
Jay Brown on that one. Jay Brown's the brains behind a lot of stuff.
Hey, Brown.
Um, yep, yep, yep.
So
25 years. Me, him, and Trees, we got 25 years together.
So how do you decide who makes the cut for those to watch? Well, I mean, are the ingredients of an artist that grabs you to say, you know what, I want to try to get them on a spot, or I want to give them a spotlight on either or the meeting on the minds or those to watch? Because I mean, you show the same love. So
Yeah.
how do you decide what makes the cut for somebody to come on the spot?
I mean, those who watch, there's really no cut. I give everybody a chance because everybody got a story. And
Mhm.
it's not even, it may started as artists, but we've had bodybuilders on there, Nation of Islam on there. We had a health guy. So fashion designer. So it may started as artists, but then it started expanding to other stuff. We had a guy say he was gonna run for president,
Mhm.
but so we've had a lot of different things on there. And then that's why I said we also expanded because we realized 30 minutes isn't enough because you get 3 guests, it's 6 to 8, second and fourth Friday, not Friday, second and third Saturday on Facebook Live. So we what I'm saying is 3 guests, but they only get 30 minutes each. So I started me and Alex Shimon branched off, a good friend of mine too, came up with this show like a 60 minutes podcast called Other Side. Basically talking about the other side of you. Like you're a human, but you also got talent. So show them the other side of you of what you do. And that's an hour show from 7 to 8.
Mm,
But it expanded and it's not just me and Ali Shaman no more. It's also DJ Classy C. She's a female DJ out here getting it from James Island.
right.
And this young lady, 17 Star, which that whole podcast is almost should be called full circle because of the fact that if you remember my story early on when we first got on, 17 Star is the girl that started with me in the Dangerous Alliance that I used to date her best friend. And
Right.
I was able to bring her back in the fold to be a host with us on the other side. And Classy C is one of the first singers I worked with when I was doing my music. So to bring her back after she left the military and whatnot, it's cool. And me and Allie's been friends. She's one of the artists I used to manage, one of the models I used to manage when I used to do management with Long Time Coming Entertainment from
Mm,
2010 to 2022. So I founded the label and I was managing for 12 years and got, and resigned and passed it on to Ebony Headliner Jenkins and Jay Brown. But I'm still an artist on the label and I'm still kind of A&R. Like if I see somebody that got some talent, I'll tell them to hit Headliner or Jay up. So yeah, that was, so there's a lot of different like one thing spawns to another. And then we also have Food Talk podcast with me, J Vibe, and Aria the model, where we go to different restaurants, rate the food, do a review, put it up on Facebook and on Instagram and YouTube. That's another podcast we've been doing for about 5 years. So like since yeah, so it's a lot. Then there's meeting the bosses. It's another podcast we do 3 times a year because it's just too much to move.
Right.
And we do third Sunday third Sunday from 4 to 5
Mhm,
in January, May, and September, kind of
mhm,
quarterly type thing. And we just kind of it's me, Rock Fame again. Yeah, I got to keep her close because she definitely dope. Jay Brown, J Vibe, DJ Surplus, Shorty Verse Elliott,
mhm.
Headliner,
Shout,
DJ G Money,
shout out G.
Sean Treasy.
Shout out Trees.
Yeah, it's like 10 of us. I'm known for leaving people out. And we get on there and just kind of have a topic and we just go into topics almost like politically. I got the whole feel from politically incorrect for Bill Maher back in the day, where panel of people discussing topics and discussing business. So that's basically meeting the bosses.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then is that all of them? Other side, food talk, those are what. Oh, Full Circle. Full Circle podcast hasn't started yet. It should start no later than August. It's a podcast more in depth. It's gonna be me and my one of my blood sisters,
Okay.
Deidre, aka Miss D. She grew up in with our dad and her
Mhm.
mom. So we got the same dad. She's we're gonna talk about our journey of of growing up differently, but staying connected. And we also gonna eventually go get guests on to get them to kind of get in that open spill to kind of get deep and stuff.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
that one's gonna be every third Sunday starting in August or September. We're still trying to get it together. But
Okay.
yeah, that's another one.
That's dope. That's
Yeah,
really
it's a lot. I was sitting on the day, like I was telling my wife, like, oh my God, like how do I even function? It's like I had to spin it because I got to book the act for the next meeting of mine. Okay, then I have a goal this year to shoot a video every month.
right.
So I got to make sure I stay on that. So I'm hitting up videographers, and,
You you
trying to
you
yeah.
are definitely a very busy man, and like I tell him on the show, like
And
I
then
tell
my
him,
daughter models and acts.
that's what I'm
So
saying,
she's 9. So it's like
and
it's crazy.
I peeped that, man. Shout out Miss Page, man. I peeped that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Much love. Hey, and the realest, bro, I like to tell them on this show, this is a community, bro. Y'all see this, man. This is a man who's one man, bro. You know what I'm saying? He got a team of people behind him, but you see his ideas, he bring them to light. So y'all young brothers and people that's watching this, like I always tell y'all, every show that's a community, listen to the stories that he telling. I'm not asking questions just to be asking. I want you, if you may be in this point of mind where you want to build this type of platform for yourself, you can do these things, bro. It's open, you know what I'm saying? And we got a brother right here. So I want to switch gears right quick
Let's
for a minute,
go.
fellas. Um, the name, when I see you, the name's Ramadan. It carries deep weight. So tell me, how is your faith or spiritual discipline influence on you with being so busy and creating new things? How does that influence your life, brother?
Oh my God. Like I said, I have to find a balance. Like I said, I have to take some time. Water calms me. I try to go to water at least once a day or once every other day and kind of meditate and kind of set my phone to the side because the device can be distractions as well as it can be enhancements. And just
Right,
kind of, find myself by the water and kind of just mellow out. Also my wife is very religious, so before the cars went down, we were going to church every Sunday since Easter, and then the cars went down. The devil stay busy, so we're using my aunt car right now. So we should be getting another car real soon. Thank God for my aunt. So
uh,
yeah, that was a big kill because my birthday just happened, and I was like, oh my God, I want to go out of town, like go to Savannah every birthday. But we were still, what I'm saying. So I was still able to happen, but it just wasn't able to happen the long length time that I wanted it to, but it still happened. So I'm
right.
glad it still happened.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, Ramadan is my government last name. Actually, my whole name is broken down so many different ways. Zachariah is biblical.
Mhm.
Sai is my middle name, which is Arab and Swahili for lucky.
Mm.
And Ramadan is my last name. So I always joke that when people say that, what the world? I was like, my mom wanted to cover all the bases. So when I go, I can get in one of them.
Right. Dope,
But
dope. So So what? So in this whole process, so what role does silence play in this process, bro? You know what I'm saying? With your phones off, what role does that meditation, that
It,
quiet time?
it really calms me. I need a moment sometimes because I can overload up here. I start getting real antsy. My wife sometimes she'll grab me when she's around, but like, babe, calm down, relax, relax, relax. Because I get so excited, like I'm just a ball of energy. Sometimes. So basically, need that moment to calm. Like on every birthday, I cut my phone off. Like soon as July 11th comes in, I'll post like 11:50, 11:55 on July 10th. As soon as 12 o'clock, 12, I cut it off, and I don't cut it on at least until July 12th. Sometimes I come on July 13th, but I don't definitely don't cut it back on July 11th. I don't, so I catch all my birthday thank yous like July 12th or July 13th.
Right.
I feel like I need that day to be
Yeah.
selfish, to reset, to thank,
Yes, sir.
the
Yes,
high
sir.
almighty that I'm still here, that I've seen another year. So
Right.
it's like, that's my personal day. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like if I rule the world, I feel like as long as you wouldn't hurt nobody, whatever you want on your birthday, you can get. If you go up to the baddest chick, be like,
Right.
hey, can I take you out? It's my birthday. All
Right.
right. Oh, you go in the bank. Hey, can I have $1,000? My birthday. See my license. Oh, okay.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, something that wouldn't hurt nobody. Yeah, I wouldn't try to kill nobody, rob nobody, beat up nobody. But
Most
if I rule the
definitely.
world, yeah, when your birthday, anything you want that's not gonna hurt nobody, kill nobody, you can get. I feel
Most
like at least one day everybody should feel like a king or queen
Yeah,
and
I'm
feel
with that.
that there's no limitations.
Yeah, I'm with that. That
Feel like
makes sense. So in the flip side, do you see music as a ritual, a therapy, or a weapon, or something else entirely when you
it's
do?
definitely a therapy. Like I said, I don't drink. I'm 46. I've never drunk, never hit a blunt, never smoked a cigarette, never drunk any alcohol, any wine, any liquor, anything. I don't knock it. Not 90% of people I'm around do it. That's their thing. My thing is, my thing is music. I get passion. I get excited off of creating songs and music and stuff like that. So that's my passion. So that's where I'm at. But yeah, it's definitely therapy. Like I said, one of my I left out earlier. Another reason I was rapping as well because I was kind of quiet to myself in high school, so I was getting kind of subliminally like bullied. So I'd make these like diss records at these girls and stuff, and kind of like switch the names up and stuff.
Right,
Oh, you
right,
pulling up the classic right there. Yeah, that's
right,
off
right.
of Sean Tree's upcoming album over 30. That's where my ladies at.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I'm about to give him a little love because I want we gonna get in, we gonna get into the music side of the thing now.
okay,
We
all
gonna
right.
tell us, I want to know about you, but we gonna touch into this music, man. We gonna let them
All right,
know. You gave us a little insight to yourself. Now we gonna touch the other side.
let's go.
Yo, colors! Frick, what up, Baba? What's up, my brother, man? I'm good, man. I'm good, man. What you doing out here? Man, I'm just chilling, man. Man. So you keep on hunting, man, because that's what I need, man.
You about to go over there? Can't
you the
breathe.
man. Yeah, I'm gonna represent, man.
All right, shit. We'll see what I can find for you, man.
Be out there,
You know
dog.
what I'm saying? I might find my
Let me
wife.
check something right quick. Let me make sure we right. I gotta make sure they hear my dog colors now. You know what I'm saying? Happened to my sound. But we gonna get back in there. All right. I got us in the game now, brother. All right.
Yo, colors!
Frick, what up, Baba?
What's up, my brother, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. What you doing out here?
Man, I'm just chilling, man. Doing my thing, dog. What you up to, man?
Shit, trying to find you some more ladies. You already know.
Oh, yeah, I
Videos.
need them, man. So you keep on hunting, man, because that's what I need, man.
You about to go over there? Can't
you the
breathe.
man. Yeah, I'm gonna represent, man.
All right, shit. We'll see what I can find for you, man.
Be out there,
You know
dog.
what I'm saying? I might find my wife.
All my ladies out there, if you look good out there, you know you smell good out there, throw your hands in the air, yeah, yeah. All my ladies out there, if you look good out there, you know you smell good out there, throw your hands in the air, yeah, yeah.
Raised by a cop and by my grandma, treat women with honor. It's rare when I get the same love from nice guys. Finish last, with sides to make it pass. A knight in shining armor, colors to the rescue, no karma. Just can't get it right. Miss Ramadan, come tonight. You might save my life. Holding for the real. Until then, my heart's concealed. So indecent to escape with on weekends. God, please tell me she exists. I'm like a toad waiting to get kissed. Where my lady's at, so she can change me back. Going to pieces, crack. Need to be intact. She can even call me Zach. Hold up, I don't know about all that. Milk to the cereal, perfect bowl strike. Just need you in my life to call my wife. Pain cut deep, but you removed the knife. Going together perfect like a zebra stripe.
All my ladies out there, if you look good out there, you know you smell good out there, throw your hands in the air.
Let me ask you a question, Colors. So the way you layer your sound, it feels like a conversation between genres, language, spirits. The way you put your style down. What taught you to blend your sonic textures the way that you do, brother?
Shoot, it's just the way it comes out. I know some people say it's an orthodox. Some people say I'm offbeat. Some people say I sound like RZA. Some people say Silk Shock, and somebody say E40. I'm saying they all millionaires. They all successful. So I take it all. There's no insults. It's all love to all them guys because they doing it. Yeah, I mean, just the way it comes out. Some songs that come out like that. Some songs come out smoother. It just the way it comes out a little choppy. But I love doing it. I mean, for the ones who love it, I appreciate it. For the ones who don't, and everything ain't for everybody. But I love doing it. Definitely. Yeah, you got to definitely check that Double Great out if you haven't already. That's the latest video of me and Sean Treasy. I think we just got a short song. We just got a verse, a piece, and there's a young lady singing the hook.
Oh yeah, that's crazy that you said that because I was just about to pull that one up.
All right, yeah, you got that whole thing on. I think like it should be no more than like 2 minutes.
Okay, so is this off of is this also
both of the Where My Ladies At and this is off of me and Treasy's joint album that should be out
over 30.
No later than I'm gonna say August. We just got some touch. Jay's got to mix it down.
Okay.
It's called Over 30 because we started on it when we was like 36, 37.
Right.
So now we're over 40, but it's okay.
Right. Most definitely. So how many tracks do y'all have on the project?
I believe it's 12. It's 12 tracks. Most of them produced by I think PD and CEO, Sean Dobie, and Warp Minds, aka Ric Flair.
Okay.
And HB and Cozy, I think, did the production, most of the production.
Okay. Oh, that's very dope. Let's get into that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, go try and cheesy.
What's up?
Tell you.
Hey, I gotta take all this off. I play with you now, but hey, I tell you, prepared. Got the sweat on the head, man. I'll be right back. Hello, Drill. Hey, bring everybody to the park. I got a great idea. All right, bet.
No matter what people say or what comes their way, make no mistake, cheesy and colors are double gray. No matter what people say or what comes their way, make no mistake, cheesy and colors are double gray.
Been through the ring, I placed myself in more awkward positions than guess on Jerry Springer. Before it's over for me, it's a wrap for you indeed. Determination off scale, it's like a fisherman catching a whale. Straight A's can't fail, coming down with force like hail. Over 30 means wisdom, truth in the booth, gift what we give them. Smack competition in new directions, make no mistake, it's perfection. Treasy colors in the books like Marvel collections. Not rich, go ahead and invest in. Serve you like a vet did this country. Word sky high, giving you the munchies. Take a dive, no bungee. New garage band, we ain't grungy.
No matter what people say or what comes their way, make
hungry and ugly. I see a million in these lenses. I deep down when I'm fishing, focus on my mission. The wolf is always hunting. The jungle I move silent. Tarzan was just a nigga trying to make it out the project. Last time I checked, I was the man on these beats. I'm from the bottom, Jimmy Butler set the sun in the heat. It's the G of all G's. You can hate it or love it. I stand 10 like a giant. I'm a hustling thugger. Yeah, the champ is here. I know you heard all about it. I see the sharks in the water, still I dance right above them. Peter Parker, I'm rugged. Competition, you bugging. Ladies love me like selfies. Throw my face on the
No
ground.
matter what
Only
people say, you're what comes their way. Make no mistake, cheesy and colors are double gray. No matter what people say, or what comes their way. Make no mistake, cheesy and colors are double gray.
Hey, very dope. Very
Thank
dope.
you, man.
Very dope, brother. Very dope. I to to keep it real on that, I really like the way that y'all bringing that because I feel like in a situation that like the way that y'all putting it down, brother, that's like you said, especially with the wisdom, you know what I'm saying? You're talking about the over 30 with the wisdom. That's dope, bro. That's real. That's real music right there. And tell Trees that he ain't had to jump that high over that car, man.
Oh man.
So colors, tell me more about the project, man. Tell me what was you and y'all reasons of putting this together.
Well, we've been talking about this forever because Treasy was one of the first artists I ever managed. It was Tamara Johnson and Sean Treasy. I managed them, God, 2010, 2011. And you know what I'm saying? So it was like the first one I managed. So that's
Right.
how that whole thing happened.
Okay.
So yeah, and we used to have our ups and downs, manager, artist, pluses. And one day he said, "Man, we should do a project together." I said, "Man, all we do is argue." And he was like, "Man, you should do 5 songs your way, 5 songs my way. That way it don't matter." And so we you know what I'm saying, we did that. And then, we talked about it. And then we finally started, I think we started putting it together 2018.
Right.
And then, yeah. And I think I was working on 3 projects while we was working on that. It was a project called There Can Only Be One, which is coming out 3 months after Over 30 come out. And that's my 4th solo project. Yeah, my 4th solo project, yeah. There Can Only Be One. And also I was working on a joint album with a female artist, which actually came out in January 2023. It's called it's Pepe La Prada and Me. It's called Afterthought. We got a smash video for a song and video called Part of Me Duke that everybody loves, featuring Hezzy the Kid from Juice Gang. But yeah, that's Part of Me, and it's produced by J. Paul and the video shot by J. Paul from Augusta. But it's a whole album. It's me and Pepe La Prada called Afterthought because the whole concept, like I said, when I do stuff, I try to make it have a lot of purpose, not just put it out. Afterthought was because of the fact that she acts, she dances like hip hop dances. She does hair. So, and I, do all the different stuff I do. So we was like, people don't look at us as artists because we got so many other plates and hats on. So we said, why don't we just do an album together called Afterthought? And we got the concept. It was like a brain, and then the back of the brain was us. The front was bills, money, girls. And the back was us standing up on your brain because we was Afterthought. Last thing you think of before you go to bed. Like, oh yeah, Colors and Pepe. So the whole album was made like that. You definitely get time. You definitely gotta check the whole album out. Like I said, it's on YouTube, all the streaming sites. And yeah, and got 4 videos out for it. One's called Pardon Me Duke. That's one everybody likes. That title track, Afterthought. Okay.
We gonna get into this Part of Me Duke, man. I seen you on there dressed into the boxer joint. I say they got colors on there, man, like he Floyd Mayweather or something, man. What colors
I just trying to have fun.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. I love it. I love it, bro. I love it. Let's get into it, family.
Pardon me, Duke. Pardon me, Duke. I'm sorry, not sorry. Pardon me, Duke. 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 Well, I'm sorry, not sorry. If I offended you, then apologies due. Well, here it comes, Duke. Pardon me, Duke. If I offended you, then apologies due. Well, here it comes, Duke.
Sorry for being so great. Sorry for eating off my own plate. Sorry for awards a long time coming. Sorry for having you dumbing because of the game we running. Sorry moves left you stunning. Sorry for those who watch radio. Sorry for the unorthodox flow. Sorry for winning all school awards. We kept it real, rest still frauds. Sorry for meeting the mind. Sorry for unity for others to shine. Sorry for steady building. Sorry for all together the children. Sorry for full custody of page. Sorry I left you enraged. Sorry for finding my life. Sorry for finding my wife. Sorry for 1,000 yes for sure. Sorry I had to finally say no. Sorry I'm the millionaire that they all fear. Sorry I'm the network man.
I offended you, then apologies due. Well, here it comes to. Pardon me. If I offended you, then apologies due. Well, here it comes to. Pardon me, do, 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 pardon me, do. I'm sorry, not sorry. Pardon me, do, 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 pardon me, do. Well, I'm sorry, not sorry. Pardon me, dude, they tryna be rude, but Pepe go do what she do. What? Singing and rapping and acting and dancing, sure to be playing the flute. What? Started in Brooklyn and brought it to South Carolina to hold down the truck. What? I would say sorry, but truly I'm not, cause Pepe ain't giving no fucks. What? Sure you're right, cause never I'm wrong. All in your ass like a thong. And Pepe apologized when she made it hurt. She's playing, I'm killing this song. Call me a murderer. Is Pepe the product, you heard of her? Oh, you didn't, that's cool, never heard of ya. Well, I'm sorry for real, cause I'm flyer than most like a bird of ya. Pardon me, dude. Pardon me, do, pardon me, do, pardon me, do, pardon me, do, pardon me, do. I'm sorry, not sorry. Pardon me, do, 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 pardon me, do. Well, I'm sorry, not sorry. If I offended you, then apologies due. Well, here it comes to. Pardon me, do. If I offended you, then apologies due. Well, here it comes to. Pardon.
That definitely was dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Pepe the Prada, man. So she got a whole project y'all put together, the whole joint. How did the album do when y'all dropped it? How was the reception?
We was going hard with it. Then life be life, and
Mhm.
we got what four videos? Well, 4.5, because
Mm.
yeah, because we still working on one. There's a song in there called True Spitters, and it's me, her, Apollo, Lady Karma from Mom's Corner.
Right, yeah. Shout out
It,
Lady
it,
Gaga. Yeah,
yeah,
Lady
it's
Gaga.
nice. So we're trying to get everybody so they can shoot their scenes. But the project is amazing. It's amazing. It's put together so well. Like we had meetings to concept. Like it was almost like we did it like like we was a pro. We was a professional. Like we
Right,
would have meetings once a week to concept the songs, concept who would produce them, concept the studio times, concept the
dope,
videos. Like each video goes with each other. So
dope.
we really put a lot of thought into the Afterthought album.
Right, right, right.
Yeah. And we actually even became a group after that.
Mm,
But we got like some stuff came up and stuff. So,
right.
but we still pushing. I talked to her the other day. There's a new song I'm working on for my album next year.
Okay.
And it's just Treasy and her gonna feature on it. Treasy already did his verse,
Mm,
and so she heard me and Treasy verse, and she was loving it. So she's gonna do her verse on there. So that'll be the
okay.
first time three of us are on the record together.
Right.
So it's gonna be dope. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super dope. That's super dope, fellas. But you're doing all of this work, you artistry, you know what I'm saying? We checked out your music, you gave us the background, what you got going on in your busy schedule. So out of all of these things that you do, what do you want to do what do you want to build that actually outlives you, bro?
I think all of them, but if I had to pick, I don't know if I could pick. It's like picking your children. But I
Mhm.
always tell people like this: my goal with those who watch radio for to make it the Drink Champs, Breakfast Club of Charleston, other side to be like the 60 Minutes of Charleston, the Meet of the Boss to be like the what's the guy name? Bill Maher, politically incorrect with Bill Maher of Charleston. What else? Long time coming entertainment to be like the Rock Nation of Charleston. So yeah, everything. I want Food Talk to to be on the cooking networks. So everything I just wanted to reach a high pinnacle to where my daughter don't got to struggle. She could just actually jump right into it because she did host her own birthday party. I thought that was so cute, and she had a couple rappers there. She was introducing them. I was like, look at her.
Dope, taking straight the pages out of Pop's book, man. Straight a apple off the tree, man. You already
Yeah,
know what. what they say. So if somebody hearing you for the first time, your music, and whether it's your music, your curation with the that you grabbing the people, your events, what do you want them to feel from that? Not think, but feel from that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody just getting a colors from the first time. You know what I'm saying? Like you said,
Hopefully they feel good. Hopefully I can pass some good energy to them.
right, right.
Yeah, I definitely want to feel good.
Most definitely, most definitely, most definitely. And
I
that's
want
real.
to feel good. Yeah, like James Brown. Feel good.
That's real. Yeah, that's real. That's real. Hey, I that's definitely real, and that's what I think we all get from you. And I'm gonna tell you, just from our side, just from all any other artists, bro. We everybody, man. We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you putting it down. You know what I'm saying? You been a brother that's been in the game, man. You've been a staple in the city, man, for many, many, many years. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever avenue or event or whatever you put together, bro, just you yourself, you, like I say, you a staple in the city, bro. You a staple in our state. You know what I'm saying? I seen plenty of people work from you from upper state to lower state. I seen many people come through, man. That same meeting in the minds spot. You know what I'm saying? Be it some top guys, somebody that maybe just got one song or here and there, was everybody that got a chance to come and touch bases, bro. And that's real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I wanted to make sure I had you on here, brother, because you are, like I said, to me, you're a very important brother, and you need your flowers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because
Appreciate it, man. Right back at you, man. A
real
big
talk,
shout out to the O, the original man, because he was the one that put me
yeah,
on point and was like, "Yo, Dynamite, he got a podcast, bro, coach. You need to holler at him." I said, "What?" Yeah,
yeah,
he put me on point, so I
yes,
reached
sir,
out.
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he actually was in the video part of me, Duke. I don't know the part where he's playing cards and yeah,
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Shout out, old man. Oh, a very good brother, man.
yeah,
Very good friend to
very,
me.
very. He should have been going. I always tell him that.
Oh
But
yeah,
his
most definitely,
credit is
most
crazy,
definitely.
and his
Hey,
song right, and his hook right, and it's crazy.
oh yeah, but like you said, he told the story. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, all of these are or cautionary tales or lessons, bro, for anything that we learn from it, and just encouragement to any brother, any artist that touch bases, because in the spirit of what you do is the same with the podcast that we got going on in any other event that but people got that of that same movement, bro. You know, what I'm saying? That's why I say you're a very important brother, and I appreciate you. I know you're busy and it's late, but I appreciate you coming through the show, man, and doing your thing. And in the spirit of the show, like I always say, family, I'm gonna give you the last word, brother.
Shit. Shout out to everybody who support me. Shout out to everybody who don't support me. Keep doing your thing, television. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Roseanne. Shout out to my daughter, Paige. Shout out to, what I'm saying, those who watch Radio Rock Pink Colors, Rock Pink Colors, J Vibe, J Brown. Shout out to Food Talk, Aria, J Vibe. Shout out to Other Side, GJ Classy, 17 Star, Ali Shamar. Shout out to Meet the Bosses. I'm a mess up, so if I try to shit everybody on that one. Oh man, what else? Shout out to Long Time Coming. Headliner, Jay Brown, Mecca Lion, Unforgettable, Miss Trees, Trillion Cutter, Rico, Mr. Gray, Shandu, um, 40 Loco. Trying to picture the flyer. I think that's everybody. If I left somebody off, then I don't know. But yeah, Trillion Cutter, if I can say it. Cuzzo,
Yes,
he's from West Side. Yeah.
sir. Hey, you already know, man, and we
And shout
appreciate
out to you,
you.
man, for giving me the opportunity to get on here. We get you on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mate, you let me know whenever, man. I'm always down. I'm there to chop it up, brother. You know, what I'm saying, I would be honored, man, to do that. And I appreciate you coming through. And like I said, much love. And I appreciate y'all for watching the show. And don't forget to like and subscribe, man. Peace. We
No
out.
doubt, no doubt, man. Also, if you go that old song that I used to love of yours, if you can find that, definitely email that. I wouldn't mind having that on my playlist. I can't remember the name of it. You did a video, I think, on the roof with it or something like that.
Oh, right, right, right. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got a couple of dress. I'll send them your way. You know it.
Uh, uh,
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
All right. Most definitely. Most definitely. Much love. All right, y'all. We out. Peace.
Shoo.